This is the WIKD Dyno. More specifically, this is an all-wheel drive Mustang dyno, which is rated for around 3,000 horsepower all-wheel drive. This is the WIKD Hub Dyno. So we'll use this when we have a rear-wheel drive car, more serious build that goes on the all-wheel drive dyno. When you get around 900 horsepower, it starts to slip. So we go over here and we start to use the Hub Dyno. We've tuned hundreds of cars on these two dynos. All-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, you name it. We probably tuned it. Even this little guy. In today's video, we're going to debunk the most common myths that we get when it comes to dyno tuning and just tuning in general. So let's get into it. Alright, our first myth is that dyno tuning is solely for race applications. Here's my friend Dale to expand.
That myth is wrong.
It's wrong.
And I'll tell you why.
He'll tell you why. He's telling you why.
I'm about to tell you why.
He's gonna say it. He's gonna tell you why.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
So, hold on.
This
I'm
is
gonna
getting
tell
heavy,
you why.
Dale. This is getting heavy. He's gonna tell you, I promise.
So, the reason why it's not only for race cars is that, I mean, hey, maybe you want drivability, you want more torque, or you want better fuel economy.
Throttle response.
Or even if you're towing something really heavy on the daily or whatever it may be. Your kids are just too heavy.
There's some heavy kids out there, especially in Texas.
Then you may need one.
If your car has an engine, we can properly tune it and, get you where you want to go. So we're going to have Nick break down, really, this myth and debunk it for us. Our expert tuner here, Nick, to debunk myth one, which is dyno tuning is only for race cars. Break it down for us a little bit.
Not true.
Not true. Break it down. Like this guy, for example, we tuned it, right?
Yeah.
Is he racing all the time?
Nope. In my opinion, obviously I tune every daily driver, doesn't matter what it is that I drive, because I want to make it mine and change little things about how it drives to my driving style. Also, if someone does get next to me on the highway, I want to know that it's perfect, that it's spot on. I don't want to have any kind of hesitation in the back of my mind, like, ooh, maybe it's lean or, So just knowing is a big plus.
Big plus. Okay. So if you have a daily, you can definitely tune your car and it'll just feel better, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. All right.
More fun to drive. Yep.
All right. Myth number 2. Dyno tuning is too expensive and or isn't really necessary for daily drivers. This one gets people.
So, not everyone's building 1,000+ horsepower car, but if you use your truck for work, towing things, hauling things, your big bone, maybe the gas mileage is not that good. So if you get a tune, depending what you want out of it, you could make your car more efficient and save yourself some money on gas to buy yourself some more mods.
Yep. And then when you factor in exhaust, intake, just any aftermarket part that you're putting on your car, the tune really brings it together and you're basically protecting your asset at that point. So we're going to go to Nick. He's going to break it down even more. All right. Myth 2 is dyno tuning is expensive and unnecessary for daily drivers. What do you think?
It just depends on your daily driver.
Yeah.
So, if you daily drive a Pinto, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
You could be onto something there. Yeah. If you daily drive a Z06, then absolutely not. As far as the money goes, let's say $1,000. Yeah. Bring it in. You have an air filter or something. Yeah. You get it dyno tuned. you've already paid that $1,000, and then you come back and you want a pulley. You've already paid that $1,000. All you have to pay is dyno time after that. So it's kind of an initial investment, for the rest of the life of the car. As you add parts, we all add parts. It's kind of an addiction. So as far as the price, I think it's negligible as long as you get your use out of it. A lot of times we'll tune a car and then they're happy with it and we never see it again. And then other times they can't stop messing with it and it's here all the time. So
I think a big part of this myth is like, if you're gonna mod your car in any sense, I think it's a protection of your asset, correct?
100%.
Yeah, cool. Myth number 3, dyno tuning can actually damage your engine. This one scares a lot of people, but it's actually a huge misconception when you get it done right. Right, Dale?
Yeah, so when it's done on the dyno, all the data is there. Don't have to worry about cops for one when you're doing street pulls. There's so much more data than just logging it on your laptop.
It's in a controlled environment, right? So Nick's monitoring everything. It's literally strapped to the ground. So there is no like weird external factors going on. He knows what he's doing. So really helps him like dial in on everything that's happening inside the engine. So the misconception here is a bad tune can most definitely ruin your engine. We've seen countless cars come in with terrible tunes in them, and they've resulted in some pretty major damage to the internals of the engine. Like what Rift came in and it had burnt like valves, right? Because the tuning, it was running too lean. So he ended up replacing his whole engine. So bad tune can most definitely damage your engine. So let's go talk to Nick. He'll kind of break it down a little more. Nick, this is your favorite one. Dyno tuning, or myth number 3, dyno tuning can damage your engine. Break that down a little bit.
True.
True.
Depending who is dyno tuning it.
There you go.
No. Most of the people, our customers, they beat their cars. I mean, worse than I would ever on the dyno. They're doing 2 steps in the parking lot and all kinds of stuff. Here's a controlled environment. We have cooling fans, everything needed to kind of keep it in a sustainable environment. We never really beat the car. I won't do a full pull until I know everything is dialed in properly. I don't just rip it first flash in. We always kind of work up to that point, and then I'll do one final heavy loaded run at the end. So no, it's not going to damage it unless there's something else going on mechanically. Yeah,
so like comparatively to street tuning, this is 100% a lot more safe, right?
A lot more safe, better, legal. Street tuning is great, but I'd rather make sure everything is good here first. Right. And then, street tune the trans and things like that to make sure everything ships properly.
Cool. All right. We'll go to the next myth. All right. Myth number 4. Only boosted applications really benefit from dyno tunes. Dale, what do you think about this egregious myth?
So, it's not that just boosted cars do get the most. They do, but if you're running like an NA car, with the right mods, you'll gain about like 20 to 40, probably a little bit more horsepower. For example, I have a brick of a vehicle, a Toyota 4Runner, sluggish as hell, built like a fucking toaster. It's lifted. It's got 33s. And I mean, it was slow as f- I was getting horrible fuel mileage. So, I mean, with the right tune, right professional doing it, you get better gas mileage. Throttle response is pretty off the chain, keeping up with some V8 Chevys. Yeah.
Yeah. So to break it down, you might only gain 20 horsepower, but it's more than just that. It's better timing, better shift points, all that good stuff. So we're gonna go talk to Nick. He's kind of break this down a little more because it's very in depth. All right, myth number 4, the final myth. Dyno tuning is really only beneficial for boosted applications. What do you think?
Not true. Well, I mean, let's take like a Camaro, for instance. As far as like, if you're going to leave your car stock, it's naturally aspirated, especially if it's an auto car. A lot of the characteristics that they come with from the factory are very numb.
Yeah.
So modifying those to have a more enjoyable driver experience definitely is worth it. As well as you can always squeeze more power out of it. If it's dedicated, 93, we can kind of dial that in. A lot of the torque management stuff comes out, so the feel of the car is better. Let's say you gain 20 horsepower, but the car feels, a lot better. So I think anything can benefit from it.
Yeah. But I mean, if you have a boosted application, you can really squeeze a lot out of it, right? Yep. And then, I always think of it this way, like that final number for NA cars, that's not necessarily like, it might not be like 50 more horsepower, but like you're saying, like the shift points.
Yeah, the driving experience is improved 100%.
Yeah, and I feel like this one kind of sways people away for the most part because they're like, well, I'm not going to make that much. Right. So like we're saying, there's a lot more that goes into it. It's not about the final number really, so. Yeah,
I mean, the boosted cars are definitely more enjoyable to tune because it's gratification.
Yeah.
We can squeeze 100 and 100 out of, a stock car nowadays. So, yeah.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Nick.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope this was informative. Let us know in the comments below if it was. If you guys have any more questions, definitely shoot them our way.
So the myths have been busted.
What?
Guess what?
What? Come here.
This is like sensitive information. Oh. I told him it's sensitive information. He's not going to post it. WIKD BB. You heard him?
You heard it here first. What was it? WIKD BB.
I would like to congratulate Dale for being on time today. Round of applause for Dale.
I'm usually early.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Jack, for that awesome secret information. For real, guys, let us know what you guys want to see. We're doing a lot of tunes lately. We're getting a lot of customers in. So if you guys have any, just questions, comments, whatever, we're here to help. So like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment. Dale, do you have anything to say?
Go check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
All that.
We just opened our wrap shop. So
yeah, wrap shop.
We're doing a bunch of wraps, PPF, tint, graphics even. So go check us out.
Yeah. We'll definitely be dropping some content around our wrap shop. We'll probably do a vlog here in a little bit. So see you guys next week.
The one I love.